Have you ever had a feeling deep down in your gut that something just didn't feel right? Or maybe you've experienced a strong sense of intuition guiding you towards a certain decision or action. These gut instincts are powerful signals that we should pay attention to, but all too often we dismiss them or talk ourselves out of listening to them. Today I want to share with you 4 gut instincts that you should never ignore. These instincts are like an internal compass guiding you towards the right path and helping you navigate through life's challenges. By tuning into these instincts and trusting them, you can make better decisions, avoid potential pitfalls, and ultimately lead a more fulfilling life. The first gut instinct you should never ignore is the feeling that something isn't right in a situation or relationship. Maybe you've started a new job, and despite everyone else seeming happy and content, you can't shake the feeling that something is off. Or perhaps you're in a relationship, and even though your partner treats you well, there's a nagging sense that it's not the right fit for you. When you have this gut instinct, it's important to pay attention to it. Don't dismiss it as mere paranoia or overthinking. Your intuition is picking up on subtle cues and red flags that your conscious mind may not be fully aware of. It's like an early warning system, alerting you to potential problems or issues that could arise down the line. So if you find yourself in a situation where something just doesn't feel right, take a step back and assess it objectively. Ask yourself what specifically is causing that unease. Is it the people involved? The work environment? The values or goals that don't align with your own? By identifying the source of your discomfort, you can make an informed decision about whether to address the issue head-on or consider making a change. Remember, staying in a situation that constantly triggers your gut instinct is like swimming upstream. It's exhausting, and it rarely leads to long-term happiness or success. Trust your instincts and have the courage to make the necessary changes, even if it means stepping out of your comfort zone. The second gut instinct you should never ignore is the feeling that you're meant for something more. Do you ever have a deep, unshakable sense that you have a greater purpose or calling in life? Maybe you've been working in a certain field for years, but there's a persistent voice inside telling you that you're destined for something different, something that truly sets your soul on fire. This gut instinct is your inner wisdom urging you to pursue your passions and live a life that is authentic to who you are. It's the voice that whispers you have unique gifts and talents to share with the world. Don't settle for a life of mediocrity or unfulfillment. Too often we ignore this instinct because we're afraid of change or we feel pressured to follow a certain path that others have laid out for us. We convince ourselves that our dreams are unrealistic or that we don't have what it takes to pursue them. But let me tell you something, your dreams are valid and you have every right to go after them. When you have the gut instinct that you're meant for something more, start exploring what that something more might be. What activities or pursuits light you up and make you lose track of time? What problems do you feel passionate about solving? What legacy do you want to leave behind? Don't be afraid to take small steps towards your dreams, even if you can't see the entire path ahead. Trust that your gut instinct will guide you in the right direction, and have faith in your ability to overcome obstacles and create the life you truly desire. The third gut instinct you should never ignore is the feeling that someone isn't being entirely truthful or authentic with you. In our interactions with others, whether it's in personal relationships or professional settings, we sometimes get a sense that something is off, that someone's words don't quite match their actions, or that they're hiding something from us. This gut instinct is your intuition picking up on subtle inconsistencies or red flags in someone's behavior. It's the feeling that there's more beneath the surface than what they're presenting to you. When you have this instinct, it's crucial to pay attention to it and trust your judgment. This doesn't mean jumping to conclusions or accusing someone without evidence, but rather being mindful and observant of their behavior and communication. If someone consistently says one thing but does another, or if they seem evasive or defensive when asked simple questions, those are potential signs that they may not be being fully honest with you. It's important to approach these situations with care and discernment, but also with a healthy dose of self-protection. Remember, you have the right to surround yourself with people who are genuine, trustworthy, and transparent. If your gut instinct is telling you that someone isn't being authentic, don't ignore it. Have open and honest conversations, set boundaries when necessary, and prioritize relationships with those who consistently demonstrate integrity and reliability. The fourth and final gut instinct you should never ignore is the feeling that you need to take action on something, even if it scares you. Have you ever had a powerful urge to do something, but the thought of actually doing it filled you with fear or uncertainty? Maybe it's quitting a job that's no longer fulfilling, starting your own business, or having a difficult conversation with a loved one. This gut instinct is your inner wisdom nudging you out of your comfort zone and towards growth and transformation. It's the voice that says you can't stay where you are forever. It's time to take a leap of faith and trust in your abilities. When you have this instinct, it's easy to let fear hold you back. You might worry about failing, making the wrong choice, or facing disapproval from others. But here's the thing: growth and comfort rarely coexist. If you want to evolve and reach your full potential, you have to be willing to embrace discomfort and take bold action. So when your gut instinct tells you to take action on something, even if it scares you, listen to it, break down the steps into manageable pieces and focus on one step at a time. Surround yourself with supportive people who believe in you and your dreams. And most importantly, trust in your own resilience and ability to handle whatever challenges come your way. Remember, every successful person you admire has faced fear and taken risks. They've had moments of doubt and uncertainty, but they chose to listen to their gut instincts and take action anyway. And that's what sets them apart, their willingness to trust themselves and step into the unknown. As I wrap up this speech, I want to leave you with a final thought. Your gut instincts are a powerful tool for navigating through life's challenges and opportunities. They are your inner compass, guiding you towards the path that aligns with your deepest values, desires, and purpose. But here's the thing: gut instincts are like muscles. The more you use them, the stronger and more reliable they become. So start paying attention to those subtle feelings and hunches. Give yourself permission to trust your intuition, even if it goes against what others are telling you. And when you do listen to your gut instincts, be prepared for magic to happen. You'll find yourself making better decisions, attracting the right people and opportunities into your life, and feeling a deep sense of alignment and fulfillment. So my challenge to you today is this: listen to your gut instincts, trust them, act on them, and watch as your life unfolds in beautiful and unexpected ways. Remember, you have a unique purpose and set of gifts to share with the world. Your gut instincts are there to guide you towards that purpose every step of the way, so don't ignore them. Embrace them and let them lead you to a life that truly sets your soul on fire. Let me share a personal story with you about a time when I ignored my gut instincts and the lessons I learned from that experience. Many years ago, I was offered a job opportunity that seemed too good to be true. The salary was higher than anything I had ever earned before, and the company had a reputation for being a leader in its industry. On paper, it looked like the perfect next step in my career. But something didn't feel quite right. During the interview process, I noticed that the hiring manager seemed more interested in my ability to work long hours than in my actual skills and experience. The company culture felt intense and competitive, with little emphasis on work-life balance or employee well-being. Despite these red flags, I convinced myself to ignore my gut instincts. I told myself that I was just being overly cautious and that I should jump at the chance to advance my career and increase my earnings. So I accepted the job offer and started my new role with enthusiasm and determination. But it didn't take long for me to realize that my gut instincts had been right all along. The work environment was toxic and stressful, with constant pressure to meet unrealistic deadlines and expectations. My colleagues were more focused on outshining each other than on collaborating and supporting one another. And despite the high salary, I found myself feeling unfulfilled and disconnected from my true passions and values. I stuck it out for a year, telling myself that things would get better if I just worked harder and proved myself. But the longer I stayed, the more drained and unhappy I became. My physical and mental health started to suffer, and I found myself dreading going to work each day. Finally, I reached a breaking point. I realized that no amount of money or prestige was worth sacrificing my well-being and happiness. So I made the difficult decision to listen to my gut instincts and leave the job, even though I didn't have another one lined up. It was a scary and uncertain time, but as soon as I made the decision, I felt a sense of relief and liberation wash over me. I knew deep down that I had made the right choice, even if it meant taking a step back in my career and facing some financial challenges in the short term. Looking back on that experience now, I realize how much I learned about the importance of listening to my gut instincts. I learned that no matter how good an opportunity may look on the surface, if it doesn't align with my values and priorities, it's not the right path for me. I also learned that trusting my intuition is a skill that requires practice and courage. It's not always easy to go against the grain or make decisions that others may not understand or approve of. But the more I practice listening to my gut instincts and acting on them, the more confident and empowered I feel in my choices. Since that experience, I've made it a priority to check in with my gut instincts regularly, whether I'm making big life decisions or navigating day-to-day challenges. And I've found that the more I trust my intuition, the more it leads me towards opportunities and experiences that truly light me up and align with my purpose. Of course, listening to your gut instincts doesn't mean that every decision will be easy or that you'll never face obstacles or setbacks. But it does mean that you'll be living in alignment with your deepest values and desires, and that you'll have the resilience and inner strength to weather any challenges that come your way. So, if you're facing a decision or situation that's causing you to question your gut instincts, I encourage you to take a step back and tune into that inner wisdom. Ask yourself what feels right and true for you, even if it goes against what others are telling you or what seems like the logical choice. And remember, your gut instincts are uniquely yours. What feels right for someone else may not be the right path for you, and that's okay. Trust that your inner compass is guiding you towards the people, experiences, and opportunities that are meant for you. As you practice listening to your gut instincts more and more, you may find that they start to become clearer and stronger. You may notice patterns or themes in the types of situations that trigger your intuition, or in the ways that your body and mind signal that something is off. Pay attention to those signals and honor them as valuable information. If something feels consistently off or unsettling, even if you can't quite put your finger on why, that's a sign that it may be time to make a change or seek out a different path. And if you do make a decision based on your gut instincts and it doesn't turn out the way you hoped, don't beat yourself up or second guess your intuition. Remember that every experience, even the challenging ones, is an opportunity for growth and learning. Trust that your gut instincts are always guiding you towards your highest good, even if the path is winding or the destination isn't clear. And know that the more you listen to and act on your intuition, the more you'll start to see evidence of its wisdom and power in your life. As I close out this speech, I want to leave you with one final thought. Your gut instincts are a gift, a powerful tool for navigating the ups and downs of life with grace and resilience. They are a reminder that you have an inner compass, a source of wisdom and guidance that is always available to you. But like any gift, your gut instincts require care and attention to flourish. They require you to create space in your life for stillness and reflection, to tune out the noise and distractions of the outside world and tune into the voice within. So make time each day to connect with your intuition, whether it's through meditation, journaling, or simply taking a few deep breaths and checking in with yourself. Ask yourself what you need, what feels right and true for you, and what small steps you can take to honor those instincts. And as you move through your day, pay attention to the subtle cues and nudges that your gut instincts are sending you. Maybe it's a feeling of excitement or energy when you think about a certain opportunity, or a sense of unease or discomfort when you're in a situation that doesn't feel quite right. Trust those feelings and use them as a guide for making decisions and taking action. Remember that your gut instincts are not something to be ignored or pushed aside, but rather a valuable tool for creating a life that truly feels authentic and fulfilling to you. And if you ever find yourself doubting your instincts or questioning your path, come back to this simple truth: you are wise, you are capable, and you have everything you need within you to create the life you desire. Your gut instincts are a reflection of that inner wisdom, and the more you listen to and trust them, the more you'll start to see evidence of their power and potential in your life. So my final challenge to you is this: make a commitment to listening to your gut instincts, even when it's hard or uncomfortable. Make a commitment to honoring your inner wisdom and using it as a guide for navigating the twists and turns of life. And most importantly, make a commitment to trusting yourself and your ability to create a life that truly sets your soul on fire. Because when you do, there's no limit to what you can achieve or the impact you can make in the world. Thank you for listening today, and remember, your gut instincts are your superpower. Trust them, honor them, and let them guide you towards a life that is truly extraordinary. Now, I want to take a moment to acknowledge that listening to your gut instincts is not always easy, especially in a world that often values logic and reason over intuition and emotion. We're taught from a young age to rely on facts and figures, to make decisions based on what we can see and measure and quantify. And while there's certainly value in that approach, it can also lead us to dismiss or override our intuition, even when it's trying to tell us something important. I know that for many of us, the idea of trusting our gut instincts can feel risky or even irresponsible. We worry that we'll make the wrong choice, or that we'll be judged or criticized by others for following our hearts instead of our heads. But here's the thing, your gut instincts are not some woo-woo-woo, airy-fairy concept with no basis in reality. In fact, there's a growing body of scientific research that suggests that our intuition is actually a highly sophisticated and intelligent system, one that draws on a vast array of information and experiences to help us make better decisions and navigate complex situations. Studies have shown that our gut instincts are often the result of unconscious processing in the brain, a lightning-fast analysis of patterns and cues that we may not even be aware of on a conscious level. This means that when we have a gut feeling about something, it's not just a random hunch or a fleeting emotion, it's a signal from our deepest wisdom and intelligence, a message from the part of us that knows what we need to thrive and flourish. So when you find yourself doubting your gut instincts or questioning whether you should really trust that inner voice, remember this, your intuition is not some fluffy, ungrounded notion, it's a powerful and valuable tool. One that you can learn to harness and use to create a life that truly feels authentic and fulfilling to you. Of course, that doesn't mean that following your gut instincts will always be easy or comfortable. There will be times when your intuition leads you in a direction that feels scary or uncertain, times when you'll have to take a leap of faith and trust that the path will reveal itself as you go. But here's what I've learned from my own experience and from the stories of countless others who have followed their gut instincts. The rewards of trusting your intuition are always worth the risk. When you learn to listen to and honor your gut instincts, you start to align yourself with a deeper sense of purpose and meaning. You start to make choices that feel true to who you are and what you value, rather than just going through the motions or doing what you think you should do. And as you start to live in alignment with your intuition, you may find that opportunities and experiences start to flow into your life with greater ease and abundance. It's as if the universe conspires to support you when you're following your inner compass, opening doors and clearing paths that you never could have anticipated or planned for. Now, I'm not saying that following your gut instincts will make life perfect or problem-free. There will still be challenges and obstacles to navigate, moments of doubt and uncertainty to work through. But when you learn to trust your intuition and use it as a guide, you develop a greater sense of resilience and adaptability. You know that no matter what life throws your way, you have the inner resources and wisdom to handle it with grace and courage. So as you go forward from this moment, I invite you to make a commitment to listening to and honoring your gut instincts, even when it feels challenging or uncomfortable. I invite you to create space in your life for stillness and reflection, to tune into the voice within and allow it to guide you towards your deepest desires and highest potential. And most of all, I invite you to trust yourself and your ability to create a life that feels truly authentic and fulfilling to you. Because when you do, there's no limit to what you can achieve or the impact you can make in the world. Remember, your gut instincts are a gift, a powerful tool for navigating the ups and downs of life with grace and resilience. They are a reminder that you have everything you need within you to thrive and flourish, no matter what challenges or opportunities come your way. So listen to that inner voice, trust its wisdom and guidance, and know that every time you honor your gut instincts, you are taking a step towards a life that is truly extraordinary. Thank you for being here today, and remember, your intuition is your superpower. Use it wisely, trust it deeply, and let it guide you towards a future that is even better than you can imagine.